Yo, what's good, people? It's J Cactus, and we're back again with episode 6 of Cactus Convos. In today's episode, I've got a very special guest with me. He's a sick producer and a YouTuber, and he's got a real good balance between vlog-style videos and tutorials. And he also focuses a lot on teaching people how to sell their beats online, which I know a lot of producers ask about. So I'm excited for this episode. I know we're going to get into a lot of gems. It's my guy, LLB. How are you doing, bro?
I'm all good. Thanks for having me on, man. Thank you.
No problem, man. This is the third time that we're trying the podcast. We're getting a lot of connection issues, so hopefully it's the third time lucky.
Yeah.
But how's your weekend been? I know you
Hopefully.
said it's Thanksgiving over there. You just had a chilled
Yeah,
one.
it's not been too bad. It's been fairly chill, to be fair. So I'm just trying to get back into being productive. You know, it's been literally done nothing this weekend. So
Really?
I'm just trying to get back into it. Yeah.
Is that not a usual thing for you? Are you usually just working 7 days a week, or do you not have any days off?
I don't know. It's weird. Some days are like more chilled than others, but I don't know about you, but I always feel like I should be doing something. I feel like I'm missing out, or like I'm falling behind if I don't do something, reply to stuff, or you know how it is.
Yeah, I struggle with that so much. I'm exactly the same. Like, because I live with my girl at the moment. Obviously, she wants to spend time with me, but I find it hard to relax and do nothing. Like, if we're just sitting down watching Netflix, just relaxing, just doing like nothing business related, I do feel guilty. I feel like I should be checking my emails, checking my DMs, doing at least something, or making a beat. Yeah, I find it really hard to switch off from everything. But I think that's down to
tough.
running your own business in a way. When you've got a job where you don't care about it too much, maybe it's a 9 to 5 that you just want to go to and get that paycheck at the end of the month, and then just come home after work. You can kind of switch off from things, but when it's all for yourself, it's like anything that you do is going to have an impact on your own business, right? So I guess that's got something to do with it.
Yeah, exactly. It can be tough because it can take away time from everything. So it's really about just making like a conscious effort to just switch off. Like for me now, I try to switch off at like 5 and then do some I don't know, go do a workout or something, and then literally try and relax, have dinner, and then maybe do stuff before I go to bed. Just having that downtime, and it's so useful because it's a quick way to burn out if you're constantly thinking about it, and like over time, like if stuff doesn't go well, if you have a bad couple of weeks in terms of like sales or like views are down or something like that, it can drain on you. So it's good to just try and not think about it for a bit.
It's easy to beat yourself up, isn't it? And I think it's definitely healthy to have that downtime and just maybe not even look at your phone. So maybe if you're going to the gym, try not to even, sometimes you'll check your messages there, but just, whatever you're doing. I was speaking to Gummy Beats about this, and he said, whenever you're doing something, you should do it with intent. So if you want to go for a walk to clear your mind, maybe leave your phone at home and not check your messages. Just whatever you're doing, do it with some intent, with some purpose, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and it's tough. Like you can have a couple, like slumps. You can have a couple of bad weeks where you're looking at stuff and you're checking stuff, but you're not actually doing anything productive. Like I had that like the start of October, like a couple of weeks. I was just finding it really hard to get the camera out, and you just lose the routine, I guess, of just getting stuff out and being productive. But yeah, you just gotta power through.
Yeah, that's it. I guess you lose some creativity easy, and when you take that time to recharge, you come back with a fresh mind, and then you find yourself being even more productive. So 100%, it's worth it.
Yeah, I think those like slumps are kind of like, they kind of have to come, because then it forces you to make a change, and then normally it's a good change. Like normally you're making improvements. So
exactly.
those like difficult sections they're normally actually quite good if you kind of like make a conscious thought that I'm in a slump, but now I know that I need to do something to get through it. So yeah, it does help.
Yeah, 100%. But man, I feel like in this episode, we're definitely going to get to some gems. I want to speak to you about, selling beats to rappers, how you got your placement. We'll go into some YouTube gems as well, but I think it makes sense if we start way back from the beginning. So take me back to a young LLB and tell me how you even got into music and how you got into YouTube as well, really, how it all started.
Yeah, so it happened. God, it's been so long now. I was making beats like on and off, like really crap beats for a long time. I had the FL Studio 11, like the demo.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could even use. I didn't even know you could use VSTs. I didn't even know that was like a part of the program. I just used the stock sounds that come through on the left. you know, in the search bar. So I was just going through all of that, and I was making really trash beats. I was doing that about 12 years ago,
right,
on and off, and then got to uni, and then I wasn't doing anything music related. I was doing sport and exercise science.
Okay.
So towards the back end of my first year, I just started using it again, just, you know, as in my downtime, just started messing around with it. Second year, I used it a bit more. Third year, then I was like using it all the time. I just really got into it. Beats were still trash, but you know, kind of get used. You just kind of get excited about it. And then in between, after my fourth year, I went on holiday with my girlfriend to meet her parents, which is Cyprus, which is where I'm at now.
Right.
And I was just making beats, you know, just doing the same stuff. And then they're both musicians. Her parents are both musicians.
Okay.
And they said, you should sell these, or you should, like, you know, you can make some money doing this online. I was like, I literally had no idea about it, because I just wasn't really into that whole side of things. So yeah, I looked into it, and then I was like, okay, I'll try and send some beats out. Found some emails on them, you know, Link Up TV, GRM, just, you know, went through all the artists on there. Yeah, scraped a few emails, sent some beats out. I think Young Spray, you know Young Spray is? I think he's changed his name now.
I think
it was Young Spray, but I think he used the beat, but he never like said anything. He just used the beat, and like that was it. No payment, nothing, which was a bit of crap. But yeah, that all happened fairly early. Didn't really sell many beats to begin with, and then when we came back off holiday, I saw this ad for Jump Cut Academy. It was like a YouTube crash course on like how to be a YouTuber.
Okay.
It was like $1,000 for this course. I was like, oh, they advertised it so well. So I was like, I literally just thought, I have to do this. yeah, literally. Yeah, it was like, imagine your life, you know, living on your own terms, and I fell for it. So yeah, I ended up buying it. Went to the course. It was okay, because I suppose it was useful, because it got me started on YouTube.
Right. Was it just an online course or somewhere where you
just a video course. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it was good, but all the YouTubers that they got for it were old YouTubers, so they started back when like you could just upload consistently and grow fairly quickly with it. But yeah, so I didn't really think it was worth the money, so we got a refund, but I just carried on with YouTube. And yeah, just kind of winged it, really. Just ran like tutorials that I thought people would want to watch, and then eventually sort of like steered into like just making videos that I wanted to make. And then the beat selling videos got a lot of attention, so I was like, you know, I'll keep making these. People seem to find them useful, so I'll just keep making them. And yeah, here we are. You know, it was more of just like a slow sort of gradual process. You know, there wasn't really any big landmines where stuff just blew up. So it's been a real like, you know, constant
consistency over time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So you said that your girlfriend's parents introduced you into the beat selling world almost, or they said that there's potential for you to make a living off it. What suggestions did they have? Did they know about like BeatStars or anything back then? I don't even know if BeatStars was around then. It was SoundClick before, wasn't it? Yeah,
it was SoundClick. I used I think it was early. BeatStars was early when I found it. They were orchestral musicians, so they didn't really know anything about it.
Oh, okay.
They just said that because they were freelancers, they were professionals, so they knew that you can make money from music. They said I should just look into it, and see what I can find. So yeah, I found BeatStars. I've used BeatStars ever since.
Yeah.
And yeah, just kind of, I don't know, just kind of tried to upload consistently, and just try different marketing stuff really to get it going.
Yeah, of course. So them being orchestral musicians, do you ever get them to play anything on your beats? I know I'd want to take full advantage
do you
of
know
that.
What? I was tempted because her dad plays the French horn.
Right.
And like recently I started making, like Wheezy type beats with the like the brass, like the loud brass. I was almost tempted to see if he wanted to do something like that. Because he's recently started to record like his own stuff using FL Studio, like on my old laptop.
Really?
I've given my old laptop so he can record stuff and like record several layers and build stuff himself. So yeah, I'm tempted to maybe do something like that.
Even just like a grind beat or drill beats, in fact. So I make a lot of drill beats with orchestral sounds, so that would be perfect for drill.
Yeah. Yeah, that could definitely work. Definitely work. So it could happen. It could happen.
Yeah. So what's life like in Cyprus, and what made you move there?
It's good. I mean, obviously with the lockdown, it's been a bit of a quiet year. But so as I said earlier, we went on holiday came out to meet them. They're both English. They're both from the UK, but they moved over there. Right. One was a teacher, and then the other one works with Duke of Edinburgh. Okay. But we came out on holiday, and then after we got back, we moved to Leeds. I just picked up some full-time work, and was trying to do this, start all this stuff off.
Yeah, Leeds isn't too far where I'm from originally. I'm guessing you'll know Huddersfield.
Where are you from? Huddersfield, yeah, that's like down the road from where my girlfriend lives.
No way. Yeah, I was. I was raised there. I was born in Toronto, Canada. Then moved to Huddersfield when I was about 4, and then moved to Manchester about 10 years ago. So that's why I don't have a strong Yorkshire
Canadian.
Accent. It's a strange one. So my dad's actually Scottish, and my mum was born in Manchester. And when they were younger, they moved over to Canada for separate reasons, and then met in Canada and had me, and then moved to Huddersfield out of all places. I think my mum's parents were in Huddersfield at the time. I think my granddad was a lecturer at the Huddersfield Uni or something. So that's how I ended up in Huddersfield.
Right. Okay, nice. Nice.
Bit of a random one. So what were you doing in Leeds?
Go on, sorry.
Sorry, I was just going to say, so what were you doing in Leeds? Were you working full-time there?
Yeah, just in a call center. Not call center. It was like it's a fuel card company. So basically you just call people, ask them if, it's like a credit card and they get discounted fuel. It was a bit of a scam, to be honest. I think it was a bit of a scam. It was like you get cheap fuel and you pay 50p a month for this card.
Yeah.
You get cheap fuel for like a month and then they just hike the price up. So I hated it there. It wasn't the best.
You got to do what you got to do to pay the bills at the time, I guess, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. I was just, I was like, I'll do this for a bit. And I already knew that I was wanting to do all the beat stuff. So I was like, I'll do this in the meantime. And then hopefully that'll take over, the money will take over from the music stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't happen in the beginning. But yeah, so I was doing that for like 9 months. And then my girlfriend's parents were like, if you want to do it like as, full time, then why don't you just move over here? Why don't you two just move over here? And you can stay with us as long as you want. And then when it starts to pick up, then you can move out. I was like,
sold.
We have to do it. We have to do it. Yeah. It was an easy decision, I think, it was a fairly easy decision, but it was like a lot to give away. Got to sort of move all our stuff overseas, and it was a big move. But
and you're moving away from your friends and family as well, so that could be tricky, I imagine. At
the beginning it was quite tricky. Yeah, but I think after the first year and a half, we kind of got used to it. Sort of sunk into a routine. But so we just moved over. We stayed there for 2 years, and just recently moved into our own place.
Oh, right. So you're not at your parents anymore. You just moved out.
No. Yeah, we moved out in the summer.
Oh, nice.
Found our own place.
And in some of the videos that you post, they just look real interesting, because one minute you're, maybe you're playing basketball or something, and the next minute you're walking about 20 dogs. What's the story behind the dogs? I didn't really work it out there.
Oh, yeah. So my girlfriend works in dog rescue.
Okay.
And they rehome a lot of dogs from Cyprus and a few other countries as well.
Nice.
So she's like in contact with loads of different pounds and shelters and stuff like that. And her parents, they're big into animals as well.
Yeah.
So basically anytime Eve, in the beginning, anytime Eve saw a dog, like a homeless dog that she thought would be not like good for them, she'd show them it. And they were too easy to just say, yeah, we'll just take it. So they ended up having 5 dogs and 6 and 7. Eventually they ended up being 12 in the house. So they're all like stray dogs, and
there's 12 dogs in the house.
Like rescues.
That must be hectic.
Yeah, it's not too bad because they've got a bit of land, so they just kind of mull about in the garden, and then they just get hyper when it's time for dinner.
Yeah, but, it won't be like England where it's terraced houses and you've got 12 packed into one tiny garden at the back. Nothing like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's weird. It doesn't seem like there's 12, but it's really not. It's not as bad as I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's not as hectic as you'd have thought. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice thing that they're doing though. I mean, I love dogs personally. I've only got one. I think that's enough for me right now. But yeah, it's good what they're doing.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, they're really good. To be fair, they're really good with that stuff.
So you started YouTube. Was that around about 3 years ago?
Yeah. It was the winter before we moved here, and we've been here for just over 2 years now. So yeah, it was 2016, back into 2016. Oh, so okay. Yeah, just over 3 years now.
Right, yeah. Because I always go back to people's first videos. I don't know why. I just like to see where people started and see where it's evolved. So I did watch your first video.
Oh my God, I need to get that off.
I mean, it's good to see how people start though, and see like maybe what limited equipment they had, and maybe like how they've evolved over time. So I think that's why I like to see it. So I know, I think the first one that I watched, it was still quite like vloggy style, like you talking to the camera and then like cook up sessions, but it's obviously changed over time. So were you just trying different things? Did you think that you had to act a certain way in videos? Like what was the process there? Yeah. What were you going for?
Yeah, so if you watch the very first maybe 3 videos, that was when I was trying all the stuff that online course was telling me to do. So the way that they was teaching like the whole how to be on camera stuff was like basically be like a vlogger, like like Logan Paul or something, just shout at the camera. but I was like, I'm making tutorials and I'm making beats, so didn't really click. But I was like, they clearly know what they're doing, so I'll just try it.
Yeah.
So I was like doing all of that. What's going on, people? Welcome back to the video. All that shit. And then eventually just kind of sunk into like I was watching a lot of Kyle Beats stuff, and he was really chilled on camera. I was like, I can't keep up shouting on camera, so I'm just gonna, just be normal, just try and be as normal as possible.
Yeah.
And just took like a couple of years, and then you get comfortable just talking to the camera, and you figure out how to keep people interested, I suppose, in like what you're saying.
Of course, yeah, because I can imagine how them like shouty videos work for some people, like being upfront and in people's face. But if it's not who you are as a person naturally, then people will recognize that, and they'll they can't really relate to it as well. Whereas if you're just being yourself, you can be more open with people, and I think people appreciate that more. At least what I've seen.
And I
think
if you're building an audience, if you're building an audience as well, it's like, what do you want them to see? Do you want them to see you just being like a complete not, because if I was to come on the podcast and we were speaking like this, and then you see me in my videos, I'm completely different. It's like it's complete fake sort of, fake persona.
Of course, yeah.
And I feel like I'd just burn out if I was trying to keep up that whole like loud and shouty stuff.
I guess it's exhausting to not be yourself in a way, isn't it?
Oh, definitely, yeah. That's the thing as well. Like struggling with that. If you wanted to do YouTube, you have to you really have. It's difficult because you think you should do a certain thing to do well with it. Like a lot of producers ask me like how to do certain things, but eventually you just have to just do what you'd normally do and have to just be how you'd normally be, because that's how you're just going to do it consistently, I think.
Did you struggle at first talking to the camera? Because I know, like personally, I hated doing my first few videos. I just found it so hard. I'm not a naturally outspoken person. I don't like the camera in my face or anything like that. Were you the same, or were you just natural at speaking in front of cameras?
I was excited to do them. Like I enjoyed making the videos. I don't think I was too nervous. I was just really crap at talking on camera. Like it even now it takes me a while to edit all the and like I stutter a lot on camera and like trip over my words. So yeah, back when I first started, that was really bad. It'd take me like hours to just get through like what I'm trying to say on the camera to make it make sense, But I don't think I didn't hate it. I was kind of excited to start, and saw the potential in it. So I was like, let's just go all in with it and see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. I can relate to that when you said that, when you're recording, you might stutter your words and have to edit them bits out. I do exactly the same. Sometimes when recording, I'll just say like completely the wrong word. I'm like, what have I even just said? When I go back and listen to it after, I'm thinking, man, I can't even speak sometimes.
Yeah. The worst thing is when you don't realize you've said something wrong, and then you're recording, you're editing it, and you're like, oh, that's completely wrong. Like
it's like too late. Then sometimes you just have to roll with it, don't you, and hope that no one picks up on it. But there's always someone. There's always that one guy in the comments that picks up on it.
Yeah, there's always one. There's always one person. Like, bro, you did this. And for some reason, I always, because you got to make the videos, you got to edit them, and then make the thumbnail. And by the time you've got everything on, I'm kind of like, oh, you know, not tired, but you know, you just kind of mentally like,
yeah,
you're done with the video. So sometimes when I'll do the title in the thumbnail, I'll make like a really stupid spelling mistake. So I've just stopped putting words in my thumbnails and like really read every single word in the title out loud. So make sure I've got everything that, you know, looking right. So,
and then we see someone like Busy Works Beats when he uploads his videos now. I don't even think he edits them. I think he just talks all the way through and just uploads it straight away.
Yeah, I can see why he does it, because he's been doing it for like, I came up watching his tutorials and he was fairly big then, and like just for him still to be uploading videos and like how-to videos and stuff. Yeah, I can totally see why he just doesn't bother to edit them, because he speaks quite well anyway on camera.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really fall over his words that much. So
yeah, I guess he's built up that fan base as well, where they're gonna watch anything that he puts out because it's Busy Works Beats. He's a legend in the game. So maybe his first few videos were edited, but then as time got on and his audience built up, then maybe he just kind of relaxed on the editing. But
yeah, I mean, he could do it still. Maybe he could reach out to more of a bigger audience. You know, like make decent thumbnails, like Prod by Jack. You know, something like that.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. He really doesn't. He doesn't have to. He's got a big audience now, so and he's probably making good money outside of YouTube. I'm assuming he's got like studio spaces and stuff like that.
I think he's just moved into a new studio space. I saw some of his recent videos. It looks like he's got a nice setup. So yeah, I'm sure he's doing well.
Yeah, most definitely.
His course was the first one I actually bought. It wasn't a YouTube course. It was just a mixing course. Because I don't have anything against courses. I think some people think that you shouldn't spend money on courses sometimes, but you know, because people always say, oh, you can find everything on YouTube, which is true to a certain extent. But if you want to invest in yourself, I feel like courses help you save a lot of time, because I wanted to learn how to mix like properly. I didn't want to just do something for the sake of it. Like I didn't want to just add a compressor for the sake of it. I wanted to know why I was adding it. So I was looking for courses. I trusted Busy Works Beats because I liked his video. So I thought, you know what, I'll invest in myself. I'll buy his course, see how it is. And because everything was just structured, it's like, right, okay, this is first lesson. We're going to go through compressors. This is the second lesson. It's EQ. Everything's just there for me. I don't have to search through YouTube and find the right person to describe something and find the right video. So I think, yes, you can get stuff from YouTube, but if you want to save yourself some time and just go to someone that you trust, then I think courses are definitely worth it.
Yeah, 100%. Because and that's the thing. Because YouTube is the way. I guess the way people search for YouTube, they want one specific thing that they're looking for. If you're looking for a tutorial, but if it's mixing, then there's like so many things that can affect the mix beforehand. So there's people that like ask me like how to get like hard drums. It's like, well, first it's the sounds, then it's how you level stuff whilst you're making the beat. Like some people, like for me, I just turn stuff up as I'm doing it, you know, as I'm making the beat, so it sounds good, and then putting it into the mixer, making sure everything, and then but some people level in the mixer, and it's like there's all these different steps before you get to the part where you make the drums punchy, like with the soft clipper, and then it's like it won't work for half the people because they're not doing all the things prior to that allows me to get a certain sound or allows you to get a certain sound. So yeah, courses are way better because the person like Busy Works Beats, so they can just do it from the beginning to the end, everything. You know, it's not like, you know, cherry picking the part that people want to watch and putting into like a 5-minute video. So,
and if you're just searching through YouTube, you're just gonna find the ones with like the most views straight away, but they might not necessarily be the most accurate ones. So you might be better off just sticking with someone that you trust, someone whose work that you like, rather than going from like 10 different producers, because you're going to pick up different things from each one. Whereas I feel like it's just a bit more concise in one.
Yeah. Well, one example of that, my most popular video, it's so bad. It's a really bad video. It's I saw a clip on your Instagram of you talking about somebody else's best-selling beat, and he was I hate the beat, I hate the mix, and it's the same. So I made a video. I went back home like a year, not the April just gone, the April before, and I made a video about this free auto-tune software because I saw the advert for Timbaland's masterclass,
right?
And I saw that he makes beats with his mouth and he hums the melody. So I was like, I'll try this. Find some free auto-tune software so I can make sure everything's in key. So the video was me making a beat, and I barely even mentioned this software. I just said, I'm going to pull up this free software. It's called this, and that was basically it. Like I didn't do anything else on it, and I made the thumbnail like the best free auto tune. It's like the red, half of it's red, half of it's green. With the X and the cross.
Yeah.
And it was a proper clickbaity thumbnail, and that's got like 360k views or something.
Nice.
And all like it's space. I got so much hate on that video. And
is that because it was clickbait and it wasn't really containing what you said it would in a way?
Yeah. I didn't really think about it. I didn't really think like I want to get people like to click on this. I just kind of was trying different thumbnails out. And, didn't really think that the thumbnail was going to entice people to watch it for a certain reason. And I suppose me just putting that thumbnail really like threw people off. And it was like people like don't like that video at all. And to be fair, like, I see why, because it was not, they're not getting what they came for. And it's the same if you're a producer looking for tutorials, you spend wasting time looking at people who are small producers like us, and they make a mistake or they put like a misleading thumbnail, and you're spending hours looking for one piece of information. So
exactly that. Yeah, it makes sense. So when was that video uploaded? How many years ago did you say?
2019, early 2019. Yeah, I wasn't really going. I was being a bit inconsistent with YouTube, but I was just making videos as often as I could. Videos weren't very good, and I was just sort of like, because the views weren't following like the amount of subscribers I had. So I was like, oh, this is a bit crap. It's not really working out. So I was a bit down on motivation. So I was just making, random videos, and that one just
got to try different things, don't you? And then when you find something that kind of sticks, that works, you kind of stick with that, don't you? But I was just trying to think if it was uploaded in 2019, because the algorithm changes all the time, doesn't it? And we never know exactly what the algorithm was, but it feels like at one point years ago, you could just upload consistently, and it seems like it was heavily based on keywords and titles and things like that. But now it seems to be more based on like watch time and just overall like end user enjoyment in a way. Like I think, to me, YouTube just want people on YouTube for as long as possible so that people can see ads, and then people will buy ads and make money from it. So if you're putting out content that is good to watch and people watch it maybe all the way through, they might click like and comment after and show some engagement, then maybe it's telling YouTube that they've liked that video, and that's when they start recommending your video to other people. That's kind of what I got from it. I don't think it's ever been confirmed, but it seems like it has changed.
I think that's right. Even if and the thing is, even if you don't know, like that's the best way to think about it, because then you focus on the actual videos that you're putting out, not the title, not the clickbait, not the like buying fake views, because that doesn't, like, none of that stuff works. You've got to focus on
content first,
putting a video out for us, for whoever you want to watch it, and then making it as good as possible so that they stick around and watch it.
Do you use any tools right now for like maybe like SEO? Do you use TubeBuddy or vidIQ, anything like that?
Yeah, I'm using TubeBuddy. It's just way more convenient. So like it tells you when to upload. It tells you when to upload based off of my channel, not like the general best times to upload. Yeah. So I got the paid version of TubeBuddy. So I use that for upload times, stream times, keywords, finding the right title that works for my channel, because it gives you like a weighted score.
Right.
What else do I use it for? Sometimes I use it for tags as well. It's really useful.
I think it's one of those things as well that you have to take with a pinch of salt. I don't think that the data on those platforms is 100% accurate, because I don't think YouTube shares data with anyone. So I don't think they'd be able to work it out. They must have their own calculations to find out the figures that they share on those platforms. And it might be true to a certain extent, but I don't think it's because it shows you, especially with vidIQ, it will say an average of how many people search for that term per month, right? And I've said this to a few people, but I typed in my own name once just to see how many people were searching my name, and it said like over 100,000 people were searching for J Cactus every month. And I'm like, there's no way that that's true, because my channel would be huge. Exactly. So then, because I was so heavily focused on keywords before, especially for beats and doing tight beats, I'd just spend ages on TubeBuddy trying to find the right keywords. But then when I typed in my own name and saw that, I was like, wait a minute, maybe the data's not actually that right. So then that's when I took a step back and I was like, let me just not worry about the tags as much and just focus more on the content.
Yeah, definitely. And I think if you're doing if you're marketing outside of just uploading, if you're putting like stuff on Instagram and you're commenting on other people's stuff and you're active, then eventually you'll find the people that want to watch your videos, and then it kind of snowballs from there. More people like I get them tagged in way more stuff on Instagram of people watching my stuff on YouTube, and it kind of snowballs. So then other people see it, other producers see it who's following them, and then they share it, so it definitely helps. It definitely helps just focusing on the type of content. So.
Definitely. Do you think it's important for new producers and new YouTubers though to focus maybe a little bit on keywords? Because I'm just thinking maybe when someone first starts a channel, they might put out a good piece of content, but then how do people find that content? Because it won't really be recommended at the start, would it? So do you think using good keywords is good at the start?
For sure, yeah. I think in the beginning you've got more time on your hands to do that. So yeah, I'd definitely recommend spending a good few hours or like a day or two, just literally just sifting through as many keywords, as many variations of that keyword as possible. Find what works. Spend a month doing one keyword, see what works. Spend another month doing another certain keyword, especially for type beats. Every day the same keyword every time.
Right.
Because then if you do it for a month and you've got 30 videos to look at, then the data is going to be way more accurate as to whether that works. And it'll take you like 6-7 months of testing, and then figure out which one works the best, and then what's going to work for your channel. And it's different for everyone. It's difficult, especially if I'm making tutorials. You get asked like silly questions like I tried I tried this tag for like 3 videos and nothing's working. Like, what's this not working? You've done it on 3 videos. Yeah. So
I think patience is a hard thing for new producers. I mean, it was for me as well. As soon as you start making music, you want to sell it straight away. You're thinking, why are people not listening? Why are people not watching my videos? I think patience is a tough thing.
Yeah, I made a video on that actually. I was like, keep things in perspective. So I think during the first part of lockdown, I was kind of getting a bit demotivated as well. I was like, YouTube's still taking forever to take off.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to look at Kyle Beats' thing on Social Blade, and he had something like 450 videos. I looked at Ocean's channel. He had like 300 videos, and he started around the same time as me. And then I looked at my channel, and I had like 150 videos. I was like, okay, well, I'm like 200 videos behind both of these guys. Like, I need to put in more work, and then judge if it's worth doing or not.
Yeah, when you look at it like that, it all makes sense. It becomes clear, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, definitely. Yeah, and like I'm still not. I think I'm at like, I don't know what I'm on. I'm still behind on how many videos they've uploaded compared to me. But the growth's been there. Like since I looked at that stuff, I think I was on like 9,000 subs and views were okay, but not great.
Right.
But since then, and then I've kept it more consistent, and like I've got a clear goal as to like, okay, I need to upload a decent amount of videos before I start thinking about if it's working or not.
Do you have any structure right now for when you upload videos? Is it every other day? Is that what you said?
I try to do every other day. It's difficult because I'm trying to do my second channel as well, just for type beats, just so I can share my more gems on my actual channel about what's working and what isn't. So that's kind of overlapping. But yeah, I try to get the camera out every other day, and try and do like intense periods where I'll try and do every day. But I'm sure that's a struggle.
You burn yourself out, don't you? And I feel like you're not as creative when you're trying to do something all the time. Like you could cram a video maybe every day, but the quality wouldn't be there. Whereas if you spent a bit more time on each one, I think it's going to be better in the long run because the quality is going to be there.
Yeah, and you don't want to kind of run out of ideas as well.
Exactly. Yeah. How do you think of ideas? Because sometimes I do struggle with that. Sometimes I get up and I'm like, I've no idea what I'm going to do a video on today. I always look at comments and see what people suggest, but do you ever struggle with that?
Yeah, the same, man. Like obviously you've seen that I do beat selling videos. So I was doing that basically since the lockdown. I was like, okay, it's lockdown. I've got all this time. I'm just going to go like 100% with beat selling videos, how to sell beats, and that's going to be the same theme for every video. But up until like October, when October hit, when I was having like a bit of a slump, I was like, I feel like I've said everything, and I feel like if I keep making these videos, the people that watch them are going to get bored because I'm just saying the same thing over and over again.
There's only so many ways to explain it as well, right?
Yeah, and there's only so many like strategies that are translatable for everybody, and that they can just do it and get going with it. So I was like, I just wrapped up the podcast with Ocean, and I've been watching his stuff for a while, and like he's just been all he's done is just make beats on his channel, and that's it, and just cooked up basically on camera. I was like, do you know what? I'm going to steer more into that. So what I do is just get the camera out now. I'll make a beat and then try and make something different. You know, most of the time, like a drill beat or guitar beat, and so I just make the beat. Try not to think about the actual video. Just turn the camera on, film me making the beat, and then I do like the intro afterwards.
So have you cut back on the vlog style videos? Is it more tutorial based, or are you still including the like a part of like vlogging to it?
Yeah, I think at the minute I'm just trying to go through the motions with it, and so I'm just doing a quick intro, make the beat, do an outro.
Yeah.
Because the vlogs, since lockdown, it's made it more difficult to actually do stuff that people want to watch, like go out and do stuff. So I'm just hitting it hard with like just filming in the studio. But I like doing the vlog stuff because it's fun to make. Like I'm sure you probably know, like going out with the camera is way more fun than just sat in front of a camera talking and
definitely
making a beat. So
it's one thing that I want to start on my channel as well, because I don't do a lot of vlog style videos. I do my intro and outro, but it's not that creative. It's just like, this is what we're doing in the video, and then in the outro it's like thanks for watching the video. So it does get a bit boring doing those intros and outros. So at some point I do want to incorporate some kind of vlogging into it. I feel like you've got a good balance though, and I feel like it's another way to be creative as well, with all the different shots that you can do and the transitions and everything.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So it does.
Yeah,
it does
and the
make
more
it
you do it, the more like,
the
more you do it, the more fun you can have with it as well. I think the key thing is that I got wrong, and I think like a lot of people get wrong in the beginning with the vlog stuff is just not making that the full, because when you're doing the vlog stuff, it's fun to make, and you're like, oh, I really want to edit this really nice, but for people watching, it's not really like it's not why they've come to the video, especially if your title is something like, the main part of the video is you talking about a specific thing on how to sell beats or whatever. So yeah, I think the vlog stuff works. It's nice because then it gives people a bit of insight, but keep it short and sweet. And if you're doing lots of different things, then that can make up a lot of the video. But yeah, you just got to keep it interesting. Yeah, if you watch like Kyle Beats stuff, his vlog stuff, he's in like loads of different spots and he's doing lots of different stuff. The coffee stuff is like staple, but but you just got to keep it interesting and not kind of make the vlog stuff the predominant part of the video, I suppose.
Yeah, that makes sense. I suppose the more you grow as well, the more people will be willing to watch the vlog part of the videos, because they just want to watch whatever you do. I think a lot of YouTubers do that as well. Like the more they grow, like once they get to like, it's not like a certain number of subscribers or anything, but I guess because people follow them along the journey, the further they go, the more they want to see of them. So I think, the further you go, the more like vlog stuff you can incorporate. I think that's why I was scared of doing it myself, because I thought, is anyone actually going to be interested in what I do? My life's not that exciting. I might wake up and make a coffee and make some beats or something, but do people really want to see this?
Yeah, that's the thing as well. Everyone's like, my life's boring. I don't do anything interesting. So it's like, to be fair, me neither. Like, that's why I haven't really been doing it now. But it's not what you do. It's how you film it, and what makes it interesting. Like, people watch Kyle Beats make coffee for like in every video he makes coffee.
Right. I suppose like on paper that sounds boring, but the way he does it.
Yeah.
The way he executes
the way he films it, the angles, and like, it all looks really nice and cinematic, and it's well edited and all that kind of stuff. So it just takes a few reps to figure out how to film vlog stuff that's fun to watch. Do
you ever check your like in YouTube analytics now? I don't know if it's a new feature, but I noticed it recently, where you can click on a video, for example, and you can see where people are leaving the video. So for example, if let's say you had like 3 minutes of vlogging at the beginning of a video, you could see the graph and you could see, right, at this point, a lot of people are leaving. So then maybe you could do that for like 10 videos and just write down the points where people are leaving and then be like, right, okay, everyone's leaving at this point where I'm eating cereal. So maybe I should cut out the eating cereal part. Do you know what I mean? So that might be a good thing to use. I haven't used it properly yet. I just noticed it the other day, but I need to start using that.
Yeah, to be fair, I haven't used it either, but I just looked at the watch time and just went off of what people were commenting, saying like, this is the vlog stuff's boring, or like, so yeah, that's that kind of gradually, I just sort of I put the same kind of stuff in, like the same content, but condensed it way down. Like the intro stuff where I'm walking out to the car, it'd be like 1 second clip, 1 second clip, 1 second clip, get in the car, then it's done. That's the section done, not like 30 seconds of me walking out of a building and into a car, you know.
Have you noticed an increase in watch time since you'd shifted towards that?
Yeah, I find it difficult to track because like sometimes I'll do like a 15-minute video, sometimes like 6, then like 10. So but yeah, when I started doing the vlog stuff and the selling beat stuff, that really kept people interested. So yeah, I think it's worked fairly well. I don't think you're gonna get everybody watching everything all the way through. But if you can get like 50% watch time, like that's a good
definitely
place to aim for. Yeah.
It is hard to judge sometimes because you're always going to get people that want to come and just find whatever gem that's mentioned in your title. They just want to skip to that one part and they just come in for that one reason. But then you'll get the other people that just enjoy watching the content, that watch it all the way through. So I guess it's hard to kind of find out like exactly like where people are watching it, you know what I mean? And how many people are actually invested in it. So it's a tough one to figure out. So,
and that's the thing is I think people get caught up in as well, isn't it? It's like, people want people to do a certain thing. You can't control what people are going to do. So the only thing you can do is look at your analytics and then just do your best, do the best job you can with the content, really. That's all you can do.
Definitely. How about your thumbnails though? Is there a certain technique to doing your thumbnails? Is there a certain style that you go for? Or do you just want to make sure that they're consistent?
Yeah. So I think, the best thing I'd say is just go by the rule of thirds. So if you open up your camera and you've got those grid lines, you can set it to thirds. And I think like the rule of thirds is that like you put everything on those grid lines, all the points of interest. So I'll take the picture for the thumbnail, make sure that I'm like in the left third or on the left third line, and then I put like this, the screenshot of whatever I'm trying to get people to watch for. On the other third line, and then like the text of the bottom third line. You just make sure everything lines up with with that, and that tends to work. That tends to be, and it makes for like a really nice balanced thumbnail as well.
Yeah, never really thought about that. That's interesting. I mean, I tried to do research, and I know I hear people say certain things like maybe showing emotion in pictures can help. Like if there's some kind of expression on your face, whether it's you're shocked, you're sad, happy, just any kind of emotion. I think people are drawn to that for some strange reason. I don't really put many pictures of me in the thumbnails, so a lot of the ones that I do is like if I'm making like a certain artist type beat, so it'll be that artist in the picture, and then maybe like FL Studio and the title and everything. So yeah, I don't put me in my thumbnail that much. I don't know why. I think
that'll be fine.
Is like, do people want to see me?
I think it depends what you're making. If you're making like beat making tutorials, obviously I think that's fine. Like Prod by Jack, for example, and Holy doesn't do it much. He just puts the artist, he puts like a screenshot of the MIDI, and then like the album cover. And I think one thing is like just make it pop. Make like highly like loss of saturation, and just make it like nice and vibrant, because then like the color's gonna stand out. Then the actual that's gonna make them stop scrolling. Then they'll actually look at the picture. Say, oh, that's a nice, nice artistic picture. Because I always stop whenever I see Prod by Jack or whenever I see Holy stuff pop up on my timeline. I'm like, before I even notice them, I'm like, oh shit, and then I stop and then look at it. So that's I think that's probably most important if you're not putting your face on the camera. On the thumbnail. Sorry.
So besides like doing thumbnails, tags, and just good quality videos, do you do anything else in terms of marketing for videos? Do you I think I've seen videos on your channel where you've ran ads. Do you do that on a regular basis, or?
So at the start of lockdown, I was doing that. I was just running like a in-stream ad where people could just skip it, just to kind of not really to get any return on investment, just to get my face out there, show them what type of content I'm making. I stopped doing that after a bit, just because I think it was affecting the watch time, because obviously people are skipping.
Right.
Most people are skipping. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. I just after I stopped doing that, I was just focusing on like just uploading as much as possible. I occasionally would send out an email to my list, like the producer list. I'll just send out like the title of the video in the subject.
Yeah.
And did that for a bit. That was okay. I didn't think that would be too spammy. I just want to be like, giving them value,
Yeah,
so,
of course.
Yeah, I do that for a bit, send emails out. What else? I think that's it. Honestly, it's more just for me. I'm just trying to get as much out as possible.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think there's many hacks to it. It's just literally just uploading and giving people what they want to see. Really,
definitely, just like quality and consistency. Really, isn't it? The two main things.
Yeah.
How about the beat channel, the type beats? Have you had that running long? Has that been the same amount of time as the tutorial channel, or is that something new?
No, that's fairly new. I started that in like March, April this year. So it's not been on for long, and I haven't really been putting any time and effort into marketing it. I've just been uploading beats there consistently.
Yeah,
because like I get a lot of clicks on my Instagram bio, so I just put them in there. Like I put like a beat channel on there for anybody that goes through Instagram.
Why not? If you're making beats constantly, you might as well have them online for people to listen to.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't really go into the YouTube, like the beat channel as like I want to be like Cashmere EP. I just like I'm going to put it there for people if they want to find my beats. Put it in easy places for them to get to it.
Yeah.
One thing that I'll say actually that I did early for this channel, which could help if you're making producer stuff.
Right.
What I used to do, I spent about 6 months doing this, and this is what got me to like 4,000, 5,000 subs or something like that. I'd go on YouTube and I'd search for type beat, and then I'd filter it to like the last day, and then I'd spend like half an hour just going through the whole, not the last day, the last hour, because everyone's uploading type beats. So I was like, I'll comment on every single beat within the last hour, because like it's not going to be all big producers. It's going to be smaller guys like who have just uploaded. So I'd go through that whole list, like, subscribe to them, comment, like a genuine comment, like this about the beat. Spend some time on each comment. It takes a little while. But yeah, I just did that like 2 or 3 times a day. I'd probably, how many videos would that be? Like 100, 200 videos a day. And then that brought people over to the channel. They saw that I make producer stuff, and that's what made them subscribe and like. So
that's a gem there.
That was really good. Yeah, that was really useful in the beginning, definitely. But it can get boring quite quickly, so I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, you can spend a lot of time doing that as well, because I imagine it took quite a few hours going through maybe 200 videos and actually listening to the music and commenting, saying what you liked about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, it takes a bit of time, but if you're really wanting to get things, moving a little bit quicker, then I think that definitely helped me in the beginning. So if anybody's making producer stuff, then that's something that could help.
I think that relates to beat stuff as well. If people just have a beat channel and they're trying to sell beats, and maybe they're trying to get the name out there and trying to network with people, I feel like that's where people go wrong sometimes. They don't take the time to actually listen to rappers' music. Say, for example, a producer's trying to sell beats and they want to go through Instagram and find some rappers to sell the beats to. They'll just go through rapper pages and just message everyone with a link to the beat and nothing else. And it's just the worst marketing method you could think of, because
it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's just spam at the end of the day, and no one likes spam. No one likes it.
Yeah, exactly.
It might get you
and producers don't like it either. It's like you're doing the exact thing you hate people doing to you. It's like, it's not going to happen.
Exactly. Yeah. So in fact, whilst we're talking about getting beats across to rappers, what would you recommend a new producer does? Someone's just started out. Let's say someone's got to the point where the beats are actually good, because I think that's the main thing. I think your beats, that's the product at the end of the day, isn't it? Like, your product needs to be on point. So if someone's just getting started out, then just spend some time focusing on being a better producer, not just marketing. Yeah. And then when your beats are at a certain point, then you can start thinking about sales, if that's where you want to take it. So let's say there's a producer that's maybe spent a good, like, maybe a few years, the beats are good enough to sell. What would be the first thing they need to do?
I'd say focus on two platforms. Instagram or YouTube, or just focus on two. You don't want to spread yourself too thin in the beginning. And honestly, I just go with the DM strategy personally, and just really like push the guerrilla, like call it guerrilla marketing, where you just do everything manually.
Right.
But it works. Like it just works. If you do it right, then it works. So instead of finding a rapper, following him, and then saying, "Hey bro, I make beats. Check out my beats," that's not going to work. If you go over to their page, follow them, leave some comments on their stuff, and then send them a DM and say, "Bro, I just saw the video for this song. Like you got some bars, the beats you use are like super hard. Like you got, just like an actual like decent message, not like something spammy." And just leave it at that. Like I don't even say I've got beats. I just say that, and then I leave it. And then if they reply, then I go ahead and start. I'd go ahead and start speaking about that you make beats and that you'd like to work with them. And if you're going to do that as well, if they're interested in beats, don't be like, you can buy this beat. Just say, right, I've got some beats. Do you want some beats? Give them some free beats to begin with, and then further down the line, it's a longer game, but that's the fastest. Giving anything away for free is the fastest way to get people interested in or aware of like what you're trying to do. So
100%.
First 6 months to a year, if your beats are a decent standard, just hit the DMs hard. Like maybe try and reach out to like 20 people a day, 10 people a day. I know Instagram can be like dodgy with blocking people if you're
they can end up getting a shadow ban or something like that.
So just be careful with that. Maybe 10 people a day now, and just make sure that those 10 messages are really good, like high quality, genuine messages. And just repeat the process. Just be consistent with it. Give away a pack of free beats. It doesn't have to be like all of your best beats if you're worried about that, but just give away free beats that don't have 50 tags in them. And just get some people using your beats. That's the main thing.
Yeah, of course. You need to get your name out there to start with. So let's say let's say you've done that. You've messaged a lot of rappers. You've been personal about it as well. You've maybe said what you liked about their song. You've started a relationship. You've given them a beat. They've ended up using the beat. How do you then transition them into paying customers? Because I feel like some people struggle with that. Once you give someone one thing for free and you haven't spoke about selling it in the first message, then maybe they're just expecting it for free all of the other times. So at maybe the next beat, how would you then say, right, okay, yeah, I gave you this one for free, but you're gonna have to pay for this one?
I think the thing that people that it's difficult to understand and like it's hard to accept in the beginning is that not everybody's in the mindset of like I'm investing in beats because I want to do everything properly.
Yeah.
So like a lot of this out of your control. Like you can give away free beats, people can use your beats, whatever, and then a good percentage of them will come back and say like, send me some more beats, I'll pay for them, or a good percentage will do that. A significant percentage as well aren't going to buy beats. Like you can't do it. Like it's like me and you, or like us looking for a plugin. If we already know that we don't want to pay for a certain plugin, we want to get it, then
of course,
you're not going to be convinced otherwise. So a lot of rappers, a lot of people are in that mindset, especially producers. A producer probably worse. They're cracking VSTs left, right, and center, and they want people to pay for their beats.
Exactly, yeah. Hypocrites.
So you're going to get people that just aren't in the mood to buy beats just yet. They're early in their career. They don't see why they should do it. They can get beats off YouTube. So don't expect everybody to be paying customers. But the ones that do, honestly, like if you just go through that same process of being like super genuine, send out a couple of free beats. And what you could do is send them to your beat store for those free beats and say you can just download them, or like if you like any, just let me know and I'll send you the files manually.
Yeah.
But if you send them to your beat store, then they're aware that you've got a beat store and it's obvious that you sell beats. So I'd say to guys, try not to be worried about converting everybody, because it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Like the sooner you kind of accept that, then the way less stressed out you're going to be about it.
Would you ever message them people though and say something like, yeah, I really want to work with you. I'm going to send you some beats, these ones for free. these, if you like them, cool, do something with them, and then in the future, we can talk about something else. Would you ever word it somewhere along them lines? Would you make people aware that these first ones are the only free ones, or would you just be like, nah, you're just kind of hooking them up and then just seeing where it goes?
So like what I do is, what I used to do is when they say they're interested in beats, I'll send them the beats, and then in the email I'll just say like, yeah, feel free to work with these ones. Let me know if you want any others, and I can set you up with a deal. Just something like that. Nothing too like demanding of them buying it, but just float the message in there that obviously you're not doing everything for free. So just something casual, just like, yeah, man, feel free to use these. You let me know if you need anything else, and I can hook you up with a decent deal, or like a bulk deal, or just something more. Just keep it casual. Just remember that you're on a social media platform. You need to just be social, not businessy.
Of course, yeah. You have to treat it like you would speak to people in real life. You just have to, because people and I think, forget that it's a human at the other side, right? I was just going to say, people forget that there's a human at the other side, and the way that they speak to people online isn't the way that they'd speak to people in person. So if you're just trying to, if you treat it like a real social event, and if you imagine you've stepped into a room with a group of rappers, like, how would you speak to them? You wouldn't just start going up to them saying, listen to my music, I'm selling this. Like, it just wouldn't happen, would it?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, and the thing is as well, like, the situation of you DMing rappers and stuff, it's basically like you're going door to door and knocking on people's doors, and then so like, what's the best way you can approach someone that's not going to make them slam the door in your face? So genuine, give them something that they might want, and give it for free, because obviously you're coming to them, they're not coming to you. But honestly, you can do all that kind of like stuff about dropping in, selling beats, but I think honestly the people that who know about music, and they know that they need to be buying their beats and leasing their beats and doing all the splits and everything, like, you will find those people, and they already know what the deal is. Most of the rappers, especially the ones that you'd actually want to work with, the ones that are just like on SoundCloud doing it as a hobby, they're not going to buy beats from you. So you just focus on the people that are serious about what they do, and you can tell that from looking at their Instagram, really, or their socials, because they put time into their content.
You can see how professional someone is, definitely.
Yeah, and on that side of it as well, make sure that you're putting time into your stuff, because if you're reaching out to them and you're expecting them to buy from you, and they check out your page and you've got like no bio, no link in your bio,
a picture of your dog,
really crap, like a blank avatar, and then like it's not even in like a proper beat channel, then they're not going to take you seriously. So
of course, and that's one of the other benefits of giving away things for free as well, because in the future it's going to give you more leverage. So if you've given away 100 beats for free to different rappers, and 10 of them use them, 5 of them make a music video, then when new rappers come to your page, they're going to see music videos on your page, they're going to see all these artists that have worked on your beats, and then it gives you some leverage to sell beats then. Whereas, like you said before, if there's nothing on your page, you haven't got any artists to work on your beats because you're just trying to sell them to everyone, then what leverage do you have? You know what I'm saying?
It's the same. It's the same in everything. It's like all these brands, these smaller clothing brands, and smaller like product brands, and they pay people to take their product, look at it, make a quick video on it if they're like an influencer, and then they advertise those people speaking about that product, not them just trying to push sales to everyone.
Of course,
so first year is just pushing out your beats. Basically just work for free for a year. Just get as many people on your beats as possible, people that are actually putting music out on Link Up TV, GRM, World Star. Like, get as many people on there using your beats as possible, and then you can use that to your advantage later on.
And if you wanted to invest in yourself,
and that helps.
I've never done it personally, but maybe even paying someone to get on your beat. If you see a rapper with a bit of success and they're not going to charge much, even pay them a bit. It's a bit like collabing with producers. You might pay someone like Ant Chamberlain for a collab, but what about just paying a rapper? Just saying, I've got these beats, I think they really fit your style, but like, what's it going to take for me to get you on this beat? You know what I mean? See what depends what your budget is. But I don't think that would be a bad thing. People might think, there's no way I'm paying someone to get on my beat. I sell beats, but really, it could be good.
Seriously, you got to make those investments. Like, I got when I used to email beats out in the beginning, I got a reply from, I think it was Young Ads manager replied to me, and he was like, we're doing features. It's like we can do a feature for as cheap as like 500 or 1,000. And I was like, I ain't got that kind of money. Yeah. So I just ignored the email. But
if you do,
and I also thought like, yeah, exactly. But I also thought, I was like, but yeah, I'm sending him beats. Why is he charging me for me to use my beats? I was like, he has the leverage. He's like, I'm a nobody at the minute. You know, he's the guy who's going to get, put my name out there. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So when you're sending beats to people, do you usually send like MP3s in an email, or do you send like the BeatStars link to the specific beats that you've got in mind for them?
So it depends. So when I'm sending out beats for placements, I make it as easy as possible. So I just send the MP3 untagged.
Yeah.
Send a bunch of them, and I send it not as like a Dropbox link. Just send it in the email, because then if you're on your Gmail and you're trying to get through a bunch of beats,
yeah,
you're gonna click on the ones that are easy to get to, not the ones where you have to open the email.
Yeah, no zip folders.
And then download it. Yeah, exactly. So I just do that super easy. Attach the MP3s. But if I'm sending out, if I send a DM to somebody and they need beats, or like somebody DMs me, then yeah, I send a BeatStars link to specific beats that I think could work for them.
Yeah. So with the Instagram ones where you're sending BeatStars links, I'm guessing that you'll have something set up on the back end where they put in their email address, and then I think I actually saw a recent video of yours where you kind of showed people your process for sending out emails, and you had like an automatic flow of like 7 emails or something. So is that what you've got on the back end right now? You'll have someone put in an email address and then they get a flow of emails?
For when I'm reaching out to people, no. I literally, on my beat store, it's I keep it anonymous. Like people can just go in and download it, because I'm reaching out to them, and like the majority of the traffic that was coming through was all people that I'm reaching out to.
Okay.
I don't want to be like, oh, yeah, you can have this free beat, but give me this and this. I don't know. For me, I just feel like it's
contradicting yourself in a way.
It's still me trying to get something out of them. So I just make it, anyone can download the beats through my beat store. Maybe I'll put a tagged download for some of them, maybe untagged for some of the beats. And then, but if I'm doing like a campaign for free beats, like I've put like a free beat pack in my Linktree link on Instagram.
Yeah.
Then if they're wanting the free beats, because I don't push people towards that, if they just come onto my Instagram and need the beats, then I ask for the email, then I ask for the email and set up a chain of emails afterwards.
Of course, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And then I know, because you kind of split your business right into targeting producers and targeting rappers. So obviously the beat selling side is for rappers, and then the producing side is maybe like drum kits and tutorials. How do you balance the two? Because I think that's one thing I struggle with. I think I spend a lot more time focusing on producers, but not as much time as I should focusing on rappers. Like I do have 2 channels, and I upload consistently on both. I upload beats every other day on my beat channel, and then I'm consistent with the producer channel, like the tutorials. And I think it's because I saw growth in the tutorial channel that I put more energy in there. But then part of me thinks I shouldn't slack on the other side. So I send out a lot of like marketing emails. Nothing like spammy or salesy, but like, just like adding value. I send a lot to the producer side, but not as much to the rapper side. Are you like that, or do you have like a good balance of the 2? And if so, how do you manage that time? How do you split it?
It's really difficult, because people, your brand and like what people know you for is like, it's difficult if you want that to be split. So I same as you, I struggle with it even today. Yeah. Because I'm a producer and I know my way around FL Studio, and like, you kind of know more about the beat making side of things.
Right.
Then the producer stuff kind of takes care of itself. I kind of know what I'm saying. I know what to do, and I know like how to help people.
Yeah.
So, and you see I saw the thing with Legion Beats and like educating rappers on how to do certain things. But honestly, like I don't know enough to feel comfortable telling rappers about how they should be going about their business. So for me, I just to balance it out, like I spend more time on the YouTube stuff, producer stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I'll just put money into ads on BeatStars. I'll put money into ads on Instagram sometimes, just promoting beats, not like more for brand awareness. And that does bring in sales for me, like the beat, because the beats are okay now. Like people like the sound of my beats, so now they're selling.
Yeah.
If I was to do the same strategy now, back when my beats were trash, I get nothing. Like it really is about the quality of the beat.
Of course.
But I focus more on the marketing side of things. I'll focus like emails and helpful emails and value. I'll do that more for producers to get them in for drum kits, sound kits, and all that stuff. But for beats, it's a tough one because a lot of people don't want to hear it. But like I don't do a whole lot in terms of marketing. It's just running ads really.
Yeah.
And the people and doing business with people that I've already worked with. And that takes time. That takes time to build up. But like you said, I think you're doing the right thing with this. Is you're doing producer stuff and beat stuff. But I think if you were to do just one, I don't think you'd be as successful because you need that credibility from the artists that you're working with for the producers to listen.
Yeah,
for the producers to pay attention. Yeah. So if it's no good me giving people advice about how to get a placement without any placements. So, you have to do both, and it's hard work, but it's a long game. Eventually you get rappers on your beats, which eventually makes producers more aware of you, and then they're more likely to listen to what you have to say on YouTube and stuff like that.
Of course, so. Yeah, it's definitely a slow process. What kind of ads do you run on BeatStars? I've run a couple in the past, but only just to test them out of curiosity.
Yeah, I just do the tracks normally. I'll run like for like a month. I'll just put like $5, a couple dollars a day behind the profile ad where it just advertises your profile. But the majority I just run on specific beats, and then I enable free downloads. Okay. See which beats getting the most downloaded, and then I'll just keep the ads running on those beats.
So you'll run an ad on a few different beats at one time, and then see which one performs the best.
Yeah, and then just keep that one running, and then the most successful one I've done is called the Family Straight. It was like a Wheezy style beat, and people were downloading that, and then 2-3 weeks later, I was getting leases for it. So that's another thing as well for people like sending out beats.
Yeah.
Give them time, give people time to listen and make the song to it. And then they'll probably come back and buy the beat as well. It's not going to happen. Like you're not going to send out a beat and then they're going to buy it immediately. So.
Of course. Yeah. Cause people want to download it. People want to like write to it, see if they can actually write to it first. Then they want to record to it, see if it sounds right in the recording. And then they'll make a decision and see if it's going to be released as a single or if it's going to go on an album or if it's not going to be released at all. So someone could download a beat and not even buy it for a good 6 months. You never know.
Exactly, yeah. Like there's a guy I've been working with, like I think it's actually the first guy I started working with like when I was living in Leeds.
Yeah.
He buys beats from me now, but he buys like beats that are like 2 years old because he's I bet
you hate those beats now as well, don't you? Because you improve over time.
Yeah, and they were on my old laptop, and he sends me a message every now and then. He's like, "Oh, have you got the stems for this beat?" I'm like, oh, "Yeah, I do, but they're not." I'm like, I don't have them on me right now. It's going to take me a while to get my old laptop back and everything. So, it's a pain.
The struggles, right? So, talk to me about the placement as well, the Shordie placement. Congrats on that, first of all, and talk to me about how that happened.
Yeah, it was weird. It was like it was basically just emailing. So this time last year actually, I was trying to push hard to get a placement.
Yeah.
So I was like, every day I'm just gonna pull like 10, 20 emails, go into World Star Hip Hop, find a bunch of rappers that use beats like mine, find their Instagram. If they've got an email, I'll take the email, put it into a list. So I just did that, built up a decent list, like 200, 300 people.
Yeah.
No, not even that many. It was a smaller list than that. But yeah, I had like a list, and then I was just sending out beats. I made a massive file, a massive folder full of beats, like 60 beats, 70 beats. And I was like, I've got the beats ready. I'm just going to shoot out 3 beats every day for the whole of November or December, I think it was. So I just got started with that, just shooting out emails.
So you're doing the emails daily?
Smaller artists. Yeah, every day. And it doesn't take long because it's like, rappers aren't looking for a well-written email. They're just looking for the beat. So I was just like, just put beat in the subjects, shoot out a bunch of emails, shoot out a bunch of beats every day, 2 or 3 beats in every email. And I just did that every day. Did that for like maybe like 20 days to a month. Some people got back. Some people actually made songs that never got dropped. They just, it was like, bro, these beats are actually pretty good. And they sent me songs back. But they just never ended up dropping it.
That's one of the most annoying things, isn't it?
Yeah. There's this really talented guy from Nigeria who did a song with me, did a song on one of my beats last month, and he hadn't dropped it yet. But
yeah,
what can you do, eh?
Exactly.
What can you do? Yeah, so eventually Shordie got back to me. He was like the third person that got back to me. And he was like, I need this beat. That's all he put, is I need this beat. And then he said he's going to make a song with it. I was like, yeah, just feel free to use it, do whatever you want with it. I didn't even know Shordie was. Yeah. I just found his email through like WorldStar. I was just like,
maybe it wasn't as big at the time when you were collecting those emails.
Yeah.
But obviously had some success now.
Yeah. So I got his reply, and I was like, I'll check. Let me actually see who the guy is. Like, I've listened to his music, but I didn't, like, one of his songs, but I didn't really know who he was.
Yeah. Checked
out his Instagram, and he was on like, I think he had like 200K at the time. I was like, but yeah, wow. He was actually pretty decent. He was signed to Warner Records. I was like, didn't hear from him for like a couple of months. So it was like February time when I heard back from heard from his manager, and he was like, yeah, we've made a song. The song's going to be released on his EP coming up. Can you send me like your ASCAP, your BMI, and all your details? So send everything through, and then Warner Records sent me, or one of the agents that work at Warner Records sent me the contract. It was like an electric contract. You just click to sign it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was just like, this is my first placement. For you, right? I'm going to make. Yeah, I was like, I don't care what they're paying me. I'll just get the song out, put the song out. So signed it, send it back to them. Wasn't bothered about making like loads of money from it. I think they paid me something like 500, something like that. But they sent the check to my. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, they sent the check to my UK address, so I haven't even got it yet. Yeah, so that's. So there's, signed a contract. They put it out, and yeah, that was it. Then I heard the song on Spotify. I was like, I really like the song.
Yeah.
And then, like a month later, because I was subscribed to him on YouTube, and I saw that he did a video with it. I was like, oh my god, like that's perfect. And people were like saying it was the favorite song. I was like, nah, they're just saying that. And yeah, like made a video with it. I think the video is at like 1 million views now.
1 million, that's sick. I'm guessing that's the first video of yours that's hit 1 million.
Yeah. And then like a couple of months later, there's a US rapper called Shyne, Grady. He's a bit smaller. He's small, not too big on Instagram. He's got like 25K on Instagram, but he dropped a song on WorldStar, and that one took off. That's over like just hit over 1 million as well.
Oh, congrats, man! It's always a good feeling, that, isn't it? Well, I haven't got like a single video that's gone over 1 million, but I feel like that's everyone's target. It's one of the targets anyway. When you start any kind of YouTube channel, it's always like, I want that video that's going to get 1 million views. So it must feel good to actually hit it.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was bittersweet because I was like, I'm not getting much on the back end for this, but it's 1 million. It's the first one. Yeah. And I think that, to be fair, that Shordie placement helped a lot with the YouTube stuff and like the drum kit sales and all that kind of stuff, because people coming through and buying like way more kits. And even Speaker Bangers, he produced PRODLLB. He bought one of the kits as well. He sent me a DM. I was like, what? I was like, what? No, I was like, I got the PayPal thing. I was like, nah,
that's crazy.
Speaker Bangers, that's somebody else. Checked it, and then he sent me a DM. I was like, fucking hell. And then he DM'd Ready Made about it, and then he sent me a message about it. I was like, fucking hell.
That's insane.
Like
I said, it gives you that credibility, because now that you've worked with these artists, everything that you're saying to producers is going to be more believable. It's just going to make sense because you've got the facts to back it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Yeah. So I think what you're doing with producer stuff and beat stuff is like perfect. I think they take both of them together take longer to build. Like it's taking me like 3 years, and I'm doing all right with it now. But it takes a long time. But once you have them, then I think it's way more substantial than just doing producer tutorials or just running for placements. I think they can be too stressful. Doing one thing all over and over and like hoping that you get the land the placement or that a video blows. So
and it's it's just good to have multiple streams of income at some point as well. Like if that channel grows as much as the tutorial channel has, and I start selling like as many beats as I do compared to the kits, then if one of them flops at one point, then at least I've got the other one to balance it out. So I think it's good to have multiple streams of revenue.
Definitely, yeah. That's come into play this year for me. Like the beat sales have been okay, and then the producer stuff started to pick up as well. So it's like, you're basically doubling what you're bringing in, and then I've very recently started looking into like affiliate stuff.
Yeah,
I found a bunch of I think Plugin Boutique do an affiliate program. So I was like,
I do mine.
No idea.
I do mine through them.
Yeah, really good. And you can, if you buy plugins through your affiliate link, then you get money off. It's like brilliant.
Yeah.
So setting up, it's just looking into stuff. Got the affiliate stuff set up, and that's bringing in not lots, but it's supplementary, and it'll pay for a few ads and whatnot. So
definitely,
it's just building up these little avenues of revenue, and they'll slowly grow.
Of course, yeah. On that affiliate stuff, because I was thinking, because some plugins are expensive, man, and I was like, I don't want to buy these plugins all the time. So I started reaching out to companies that do plugins with the ones that I like, and I started just reaching out to them saying, I've got this YouTube channel, it's grown to almost 20k subscribers, blah 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 blah. I really like the plugins. Would you be interested in like collaborating on a project, or just something along them lines? And then like a few of them did get back to me and was like, I really like your channel, I like what you're doing. Do you want to test these products for us? And if you want to include them in videos, then we can offer some affiliate commission. I haven't done it like that many times because I don't like to do like promo videos or anything like that. But if I'm going to use them anyway, then I'll say like, I don't really do product reviews or anything, but I will use it in a video if that's okay. And a lot of them will just be like, yeah, that's cool. So
yeah. That's definitely a good way to do, like, to go about doing it. I think I should do that as well. But it's a good way to boost, increase, like improve on your sound, get some good plugins with it, gives it good effects.
What are some of your go-tos?
Sorry?
What are some of your go-to plugins? Maybe for instruments.
Contact has been big.
Yeah.
That's been big for me recently. Like, I don't know. I just think this, like, any sound, any library, they just sound so much better because they're all sample based. I got like a couple of nylon guitars through Contact, crystal flute, Jubal flute.
Right.
I'm looking at getting, there's a big Contact library called Jade Ethnic, but it's like $400. It's like $400. So
really.
I'll probably
send them an email. Send them an email.
Yeah.
Lots of video.
yeah, definitely. I'm gonna see if I can get a discount or maybe get it for free.
Of course, yeah. Contact's definitely the
Contact. One. Oh, definitely, yeah. Especially if you're a loop maker, like that's the best. That's probably the best plugin to get if you're a loop maker. It's definitely worth the investment. Contact effects, RC20. I use that quite a lot. Just got the Sketch cassette. Just got that.
I've seen that.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's quite good actually. It's like similar to the RC20. Just it's got a really nice sound actually. Yeah, I think I actually prefer that to the RC20.
Is that the one that looks like a drawing? The whole interface looks like a draw. Yeah. Because there's another cassette one. I just bought one called Waves Factory Cassette. I think it is. It's another one. I think. I see Kenny Beats use it a lot. It's just a similar thing. It gives you that old like vintage tape feel.
Yeah, and I think with that you can do like the tape stop, like a really cool tape stop effect with that. I think it might be the same company. I'm not sure. But,
maybe they've actually got. If it is the same plugin, they've got. I think it's separate. There's a free plugin where you get the stop and start effect, but then there's a paid one which is a separate plugin just to get like the old school feel. Unless you can do it within that. I haven't really played with it too much. You might be right though. Yeah,
maybe. I think I'm sure there's maybe some saying for it, but yeah, that's good. Super VHS, I got that recently. I realized I was like, I have the affiliate thing now.
Yeah.
And it's Black Friday, so I'll just get a bunch of these effects through my affiliate thing.
Gosh, yeah.
And obviously you get them like 50% off. And then I got the email saying that obviously you made a sale. It was like got like $10 off of it. I was like, brilliant.
It's like perfect. Win-win, isn't it?
Yeah, it was great. Well, for effects, it's the CLA. It's the Waves. It's the Waves compressor. Yeah, something like that. It's like peak reduct. It's like a compressor. That's really good for melodies, like just to bring everything together.
What kind of stuff do you have on your master chain? Is it just a soft clipper, or do you actually do anything
I have
crazy?
The soft clipper. I have the T-Rack soft clipper.
Right. Yeah, that's what I use. That's the classic clipper.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good. That is.
Yeah,
it's just easy because then you can crank up the output.
And the gain and everything.
Yeah. So I use that, and I use Maximus just to spread it out.
Right.
Because it's just quicker. I just feel like it's just fast. I just put no ceiling on it, and then boost. Widen the mid and the highs, and then what else do I put on it? Something else. Literally, like, I can't remember. Oh, an EQ. Just cut the lows and the highs. Yeah, Pro EQ.
Yeah. It's standard, but it's all you need, really, isn't it? A lot of people, think when they first get started, they look into it too deep, and they think they need all kinds of different compressors and EQs and like 5 other things on the master chain. But really, just with what you said there, even sometimes, like in a lot of my beats, I literally just throw on a soft clipper or the classic clipper, and that does the trick. So
that's all you need. Yeah, as long as like you've leveled it and like you've used, you get used to like it's about a sound selection, isn't it? It's like you over time you figure out what instruments work well together, what drums work well together, and then you figure out how to level it, and then by that point, you just got to slap a soft clipper on it and then make it hit harder, and that's it. Of course, that's what you got to do, really.
I think sound selection is so huge, and people just sleep on that, because sometimes I do mixes with people. I don't do it a lot because I didn't really want to get into being a full-time engineer or anything, but I will do them for some people. And sometimes people send me beats, and I can do certain things to get it hitting harder, but I just think, man, if you just use this different 808, I just wouldn't have to do any of this. Because I don't like to change sounds for people, because then it's me adding like a creative approach when really I'm just supposed to be mixing it for you. So I'll do my best to like mix it well, but it would just save so much time if the right sounds were selected in the first place.
Yeah, definitely. Do you get people or like rappers, they'll say, "Oh, can you mix the song for me as well?" I'm like, "Yeah," but then they never ask, they never send anything. I've had that so many times. They're like, "Yeah, I'll use this beat. Do you do mixing as well?" I say, "Yeah, I'll do it. I'll just do it for free if you're going to buy the beat." And then just never send anything for it.
Yeah, I have had so many times. When I started my Beat Stars, that was one of the first things I included on that. I had I was basically offering a free mix for every beat lease, and loads of people would ask about it, and if they bought a beat, I just never heard from them, and they just put the song out themselves. So maybe they were mixing themselves, or I don't know what else they did, but yeah, I thought everyone would jump at it considering it was free, but I don't know.
Apparently not. Apparently not. People aren't. Maybe they just make the song and they're like, it's too much hassle for them, or like they just want to get the song put out straight away. I don't know.
Yeah, some people don't like relying on other people as well, because not that they knew me, but they could have thought, oh, maybe I'm going to take a week or something to get it back to them, and they just want it out quick. So could have something to do with that. But yeah, let's talk about with your YouTube channel and everything. Where do you see it going over the next 5 years? Do you have plans for where you want it to go? What direction you want to take?
I'm not sure. I spoke to this about Ocean, because he was having the same thing. He was like, because he makes just like beat making videos, and he was like, at one point he wants to like pivot it more towards the vlog style, just day in the life stuff, because there's like the big guys like KSI and people like that, they could literally upload a video and just put something like "I went to Paris" in the title, and it'll just bang like millions of views. He wants to get it, so he was like saying he wants to get it to that point where it's like you don't have to worry about keywords, you don't have to spend time making a really cool thumbnail and all that kind of stuff. He wants it to be more of like a, just more of like a vlog style. I'd like to get mine to that point as well, where I don't have to think about like what topic people are going to be wanting to watch, and I don't have to think about that kind of stuff. I can just get the camera out, film my day, make a few beats on camera, just put it out, and people enjoy it. I think that's where I'd like it to get to. I think I've still got a bit of a way to go. Like, I don't know, because like Ocean's at like 300, almost 300K. I'm only at like 20, just under 20. So yeah, a bit of a way to go yet. Just putting out videos that do exactly what they say on the tin, but eventually, steer it more. And
it'll get to that over time, though, 100%. I think, do you watch Chucky's videos? Chucky Beats?
Occasionally, not that much, but occasionally.
So he's kind of transitioned into, it is quite a good balance, because he did tutorials and like just beat making videos for a long time, but now he does like a lot of vlog style videos of maybe it's him like driving to the studio and like working with an artist, and just things like that, rather than just like a screen share the whole time. It's just a lot of like following him around. It's been working for him, but again, he's got like, man, I don't even know how many subscribers, like hundreds of thousands.
About the same as Kyle Beats or something like that.
Yeah. So
or maybe a bit less.
Yeah, so I guess when you're at that stage, like you can take that risk. Whereas maybe if we just like tomorrow we didn't show anyone how to make a beat, we were just like, right, you just followed us around the supermarket or something. Everyone would be like, what the fuck are we watching? But you never know. I guess you never know.
Yes, you just got it. I think it's just more, if you do it gradually, I think it could work. Like, I think Ocean's starting to leak a few more of like him just getting ready in the morning and stuff, and then he goes in the studio. So
yeah,
I think gradually putting little bits and bobs in here is a good way to do it. But yeah, it just takes time. I think it's as well, like I like the style that Chucky Beats has gone for, and I like Kyle Beats, but if they've had to hire someone, they're getting a videographer into like their house to do all that stuff, and like it's not feasible for me over here, I don't think, like in Cyprus especially.
That's true. So, in fact, Chucky is doing that. He has got a camera guy that's following him around, and I'm guessing someone who's editing the videos. So, I can't imagine that being too cheap.
No, that's the thing. You got to kind of, if you can get it to a point where it's like a small percentage of what you're bringing in, to hire someone to come in like once or twice a week, get some footage, and then you can just maybe just even edit yourself, just keep hold of the SD cards and everything. But,
right.
I'd like to get I think that's a really good way of doing it. That's a nice, like, manageable way to keep that kind of content consistent.
Yeah,
because it is hard to film yourself as like a vlog, because you got to put the camera somewhere, set it down into it, make sure you're in the frame and it looks nice, and then
of course, and it's the time to edit everything as well. How long do you think you spend making a video from like recording and editing on average?
The video takes like an hour to make, not even that. Like it's just, quick intro, beat making side of it takes a little while. But the edit's the longest part, man. It's like, normally I spend like a day on it. Like I'll start it at like 9 a.m. and then I'll have the video up and out by like 6 o'clock in the evening. So it's like a full day of doing it on and off, like, because it gets a bit tedious after a while of like cutting the screen recording and lining everything up. But it takes about a day of filming, day of editing, and then the video's ready.
But at least when you're doing that video, the beauty of doing like beat making videos is you can use the beat for other things. It's not like that one video is just for the purpose of uploading it to a tutorial channel. You're going to take that beat and include that in maybe some of your free beat packs. You're going to send them to artists, upload them to your beat channel, I'm guessing. So it's good that you can do like one thing, but then use it for several things. Yeah,
definitely. That's one really useful thing. I think one thing that's hard for producers if they're doing YouTube is making like a good beat on camera, because you're like looking at the camera to make sure it's still rolling. Like I'm sure you have the same thing.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
In the beginning, it's hard to concentrate on just, because when you're making a beat, you don't want to be looking at anything else. But
of course,
yeah.
And then you make a good beat one day, and you're like, man, I wish I had the camera rolling today.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think after like a year or two of doing like videos, then you don't really worry about the camera. You just, what's happening, and you can focus on making a good beat. So it's just getting used to it, I suppose. On your beat channel, how often do you upload there? Is it daily beats, or have you got a different schedule? Tried to do it daily, but like the last Thanksgiving and everything, like I've slowed down. I'm kind of annoyed, but try to do daily, normally every other day.
It's kind of tough to do it daily if you're doing everything else on top of it, though. It's not like you're just making beats and then posting that video. It's everything else that's going on in between it. So it can be tough. I started trying to do every day, but because I was trying to build up the tutorial channel as well, I felt like I was just rushing beats sometimes just to get it up. I was like, I just need to finish it, even though I wasn't happy with it. So I cut it back to every other day. And that's probably been doing better for me. It just
definitely
relaxes you a little bit.
Focus more on everything, making sure you release it properly. All the keywords are good and the mix is good. So I think every other day's fine.
Do you do?
I think when people artists? Sorry,
I was just gonna say, do you for the titles and everything? Because I hear a lot of people say, like TNT and Ant Chamberlain, loads of other producers, they've always said when it came to uploading on YouTube, they just stuck to one artist type beats and just that's all they did. They didn't like do like Drake one day and then Rick Ross the next day. It was just like, right, if you're sticking with Drake, then just do Drake. Is that what you do, or do you do different artists?
Yeah, I'm the same. Like I just hit Shordie because I can do all right with Shordie with the keyword. Shordie, sometimes Wheezy, but not often.
Right.
And that artist called Shyne Grady, because he's working like crazy. So I'm hoping that he does well and he blows up pretty. I'm hoping that he seems to be on the right path. So yeah,
I suppose it's good to get them early, isn't it? And then if them
so.
artists rise, then your YouTube channel's going to rise with them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not honestly. I'm not too. I don't really like spend a lot of time hoping, looking into like making sure I'm ranking for artists. But I've done the research prior. I did the research like a couple of months ago, and now I'm just hitting the same keywords every day. Yeah. So, do you mind if I just run to the bathroom real quick?
Of course, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, sorry.
I know we've been a long time, haven't we?
Okay, we're good.
Cool. I can't remember what you say now. I think I think we're just on about like with the YouTube strategy for beats, just sticking with that one artist that might not be a huge artist right now, but has potential to blow in a way.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think it's one thing is try not to get too down about it if like you're hitting the keywords all the time and they're not doing well in the beginning. You just gotta keep hitting it and just being consistent with it. But be sensible, you don't want to be targeting Drake because that's not going to happen.
Of course, yeah.
Future's not going to happen. Yeah, smaller artists.
You have to take a bit of a risk, don't you? So you have to find out. I guess there's no way of knowing for certain, but you have to kind of look at it and think, right, this artist is doing okay now, but I think he's got potential to blow, so I'm going to go with him.
Yeah.
And if he blows, hopefully my channel blows with it. And if he doesn't, then we might have to just move on to the next one. It's a risk that you have to take, I think.
Sure.
Otherwise, you're not going to cut through the noise if you're just going for Drake type beats or like Pop Smoke type beats.
There's no safe strategy where it's like, if I do this, I'm going to blow. It doesn't happen like that, does it? It's all like, a lot of it's not guesswork, but a lot of it's, just testing different stuff. And then it's just spending time testing them and making sure you're getting you're using the stuff that's working for your channel, not what everyone else is saying works for them.
Yeah, that's it. I think on mine for a while, I think that's the mistake I started. The mistake I made right at the beginning, and I was just doing so many different type of beats. I didn't really know what I was doing on YouTube. I was uploading boom bap one day, like trap the next day, drill the other day, and it was just all over the place. And then
that's right.
I was using the channel that I had from years ago where I used to because I started as a rapper like years ago, so it had like old music videos from me back in the day and everything, and it was just a bit of a mess. So I've been trying to clean it up.
Yeah, it's hard as well, like because you want to kind of put out different styles and like to put different types of content and like show people what you're capable of. But if you take a look at like Cashman AP stuff, and there's a producer I've been listening to. He's really good. He's called Pale 1080. I think is his name.
I know which one you mean. Yeah, I saw him on the Producer Grind podcast one time.
Yeah, that's where I first saw him as well. So I checked his stuff out. I think he's done well with it. His beats are fire anyway.
Yeah.
That like he was on the podcast, he was like, "Yeah, I just uploaded beats for a year and now I'm making a living from it."
Crazy.
I was like, "Yeah." It's like you did pretty well with it, but his beats are fire and he uploads every day, and it's always either a Gunna type beat or like a Roddy Ricch type beat. It's never anything else really.
Yeah. I guess you can still produce other things, but maybe just for YouTube purposes, just kind of stick to that one lane. Doesn't mean that you can't produce anything else. But maybe if you want a separate channel for BeatStars, maybe do that. But if it's just going to be to grow on one channel, kind of stick to one lane. But sorry, what were you going to say about Roddy Ricch?
Oh yeah, I was just going to say like, and the thing is, if you're using the same keyword, like the same rappers, those rappers don't use one style of beat either. So it's fine. It's fine. You can just use the same name and put up different styles. Obviously, like not like a reggae type beat for Roddy Ricch, but just be sensible with it.
Yeah, it's going to fall in a similar category either way anyway, so I think it's fine.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think we've been through pretty much everything. It's been going on for a couple hours, I think now. What time are we on? We're on like...
Oh yeah, it's gone quick, hasn't it? It's been good. Good talk.
So bro, I won't keep you much longer. I know you've probably got a video or something to make today. So yeah, I really appreciate you coming on the show. Really appreciate all the gems that you've dropped for everyone. I get so many questions from producers asking me how to sell beats, and I think you've answered pretty much everything for people. But like we said earlier, with courses, I know you've got a course on how to sell beats. Are you still promoting that course?
Yeah, well, I'm not running any ads on it, but it's there still. You know, if anyone wants to jump on it, yeah, I've got 2 courses. One is the Internet Producer Masterclass. That's like more to get people set up, and then there's some sales strategies and like the technical side of stuff. And then the Internet Producer Gems. That's like solid. The majority is like sales strategies.
Yeah.
So.
Perfect. So yeah, people, if you took some gems from this episode and you want to invest in yourself, then definitely check out the courses. I think it's definitely a wise decision, a good way to spend money. You can pick up things like we said, from listening to podcasts and YouTube videos, but if you want everything structured and just go from start to finish, then yeah, definitely check out the courses. So where can people find everything and find you?
Just on my BeatStars, llb.beatstars.com. Or like my official website, which is PRODLLB.com. Yeah, but either of those that you can find it on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect, man. All right. Well, once again, thanks for coming on, and yeah, we'll keep in touch.
Awesome, man. Thanks for having me.
Soon.
Yeah, definitely, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.